going to review Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and how I personally would fix the movie, or at least attempt to. So, on the review itself, there'll be a spoiler-free part and a spoiler part. I'll tell you when the spoilers happen if you're doing that as we plan on doing. So, the movie itself, it was good. It was good. Better than what I expected from the trailers. And if you have seen that trailer, you know, the second trailer, you pretty much have seen the movie. Well, but don't go watch it. If you haven't seen the movie, if you haven't seen the trailer, do not go watch it. It reveals too much. It reveals way too much. There's still a few secrets in it if you have watched that trailer. But yeah. So pretty much. So let's start off strong. The Batman and Superman fight. Amazing. Even though it will last like 7 minutes, it's the greatest 7 minutes I've ever seen in a comic book movie. It is amazing. Just seeing Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, seeing on the big screen is awesome. Having those two just beat him out, just having those two the brutal movie. Batman kicking Superman's ass half the time. Although I'll get into that in the spoiler discussion part or whatever. And so speaking of Batman, Ben Affleck, or Batfleck as a lot of people call him, back in the day when he was first cast, he did a pretty bang-up job. I mean, I was surprised how well he did. I wasn't like one of those guys hating on him, like, oh my God, why Ben Affleck, because he's Daredevil, as he was Daredevil in 03, or whatever it was. Excuse me. So yeah, Ben Affleck as Batman, he was a double. He's probably our best Batman, and I hope he does direct the solo movie because Zack Snyder's kind of struggling. So okay. Henry Cavill, Superman, awesome as ever. Even though I think he's like what? I swear it's only never mind. But yes, Henry Cavill definitely good as Superman, and after everyone I watched Man of Steel, I am now officially a Superman fan. So and then Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, better than I expected. Much better than she did, and the chemistry between her and Bruce is awesome. They're pretty good together. I'm definitely looking forward to Justice League. Although Suicide Squad, Alright, anywho. So yeah, that was good, and now it's good time for the spoiler-free discussion. Spoilers-free. So yeah, Henry Cavill was good. Bruce was good. Henry Cavill was good. Affleck got the dough. Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex. I still, yeah, okay, he was okay. But the guy who played Walter White in Breaking Bad would have done a much better job as Lex. Actually, when I saw the movie, my brother and my mom. Okay, I got the story to tell you that. Then when Bruce okay, my brother said that wouldn't work, having the guy who played Walter White in Breaking Bad playing Lex Luthor wouldn't work. And actually, afterward, I just got a funny story to tell you guys. Okay, and this is still before I spoil the discussion. Basically, after the movie, while we were on the car ride back home, pretty much, I was talking to my mom, and she was driving. We were watching the movie, and I thought it was good. My mom said the craziest thing that I think all comic fans, I think if all comic fans would have collectively faced one. She wished that Wonder Woman, a character since the 40s, in the golden age of comic books, one of the main and the trinity of superheroes, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, she wished Wonder Woman would put more clothes on. I kid you not, she wanted Wonder Woman to put more clothes on. Yes, a character that's been around since the 40s that nobody's complained then, nobody's complained now by feminists, feminazis, or Amita Sarkeesians. I was shocked that my mom would say a thing like that, and wishing Wonder Woman. And my mom grew up with the 70s show, by the way, and she liked it. Then she wasn't complaining, so why is she complaining now? And then we have a massive debate about how women are over-sexualized and how Wonder Woman isn't over-sexualized, but she's not just her normal outfit. And then she brings up anime. Yes, anime. I was laughing. As soon as she saw it, I was laughing my ass off. But yeah, so yeah, my mom finding one that says I'm stupid. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely looking forward to the solo Gal Gadot match. Wonder Woman. So anywho, now. And so final verdict, 8 out of 10. It was a good movie. If you haven't already seen it, go see it. Go see it or wait until the Blu-ray, I guess, or also if you're really, or just maybe wait until the Blu-ray comes out with the ultimate edition of it, the R-rated cut, which should probably fix all the plot holes that were in the PG-13 cut. So, yeah. And now on to the spoilers. So down to the spoilers. So, Doomsday. Way too early for Doomsday. I am sorry. It's way too early for Doomsday. Way too early for Doomsday. You don't do Doomsday. Save him till Justice League. Why? And when I was watching the death of Superman never caught up in my mind. Yes, yeah, and it's also way too late for Death of Superman. If anyone between Doomsday or Death of Superman, way too early for Death of Superman. Like, and DC is just trying so hard to catch up with Marvel that they just blew their load way too early with the Death of Superman. That's way too early. And the whole thing with Bruce and with Batman, Superman's mom, both named Martha. When I first saw the movie and I heard that, I was like, huh, I wonder if it was like that in the comics. And then I heard, and yes, it is in the comics, so I could complain about that. It is in the comics, so yeah. Coincidence? Pretty much, I guess you could say. Why would you say that name? That's his mom. And then Lois, she was good. And Larry Fishburne was also pretty good. So, although he was mostly just saying headlines in the movie. Also, water is blue. Or sky is blue, I forget what he said. That wasn't by the way. What do you guys think of this Star Wars The Force Awakens t-shirt? Yeah, this movie said 10 out of 10. I might review it. Blu-ray just came out. Okay, so anywho. So, Batman, so yeah. And now on, so yeah. Way too early for Doomsday and definitely way too early. Save that for at least Justice League Part 1. And I'm actually going to get into how I want to fix the movie. So yeah, on to how I fix the movie. First of all, for the setups for Justice League on Aquaman, the Flash, and it was Aquaman, the Flash, and Cyborg. Yeah, it was those three. Wonder Woman was the fourth one on that computer. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't fix. They're fine. They're okay for Aquaman and the Flash. They're fine, but for Cyborg, how about put him in the destruction of Metropolis during Man of Steel in the beginning portions of Batman v Superman. Put that in there and put that in there. So we set him up, all that for Justice League or whatever, and also. Yeah. Crap! Lost my train of thought there. I'll thought of something else. Crap. Oh yeah, the Flashpoint. The Flashpoint thing I didn't mind. I actually watched Flashpoint like a couple years ago when it first came out on Blu-ray. The Flashpoint Paradox Justice League thing. The movie, the animated movie. I did see that, but when I was watching Flashpoint.com, I was like, okay, Flash? I didn't even recognize that was even Flash. So I heard it was then, I saw the reviews, and I heard it was like, okay, now they're setting up Injustice. Which, whatever. That's probably for Justice League Part 2 Excuse me, he hasn't been sick for a while. This country, whatever. Okay, so yeah, the Death of Superman too early, put him in there now for obviously how it will fix the movie. While they can still use the Death of Superman on a later date. So instead of Superman just charging at Doomsday, instead of him just charging at him, he would it's a spear, and the spear's gonna be thrown, so he can just throw the spear to him, and he like hits him in the head, then kills him, or maybe he just comes in there and just like shoves it in there a little bit farther, or whatever, or he still charges at him, but instead of him dying, he just gets unconscious, and then he's in the hospital bed, and then Bruce and then Diana will visit him, and then Bruce tells Wonder Woman, we need to create a team to make sure this never happens, or whatever Bruce said. So, yeah, that's how I fixed the movie, and maybe if you want to show people a little bit something extra, maybe put some flashes of like maybe his captain, or the crest of his, or the Superman crest on the coffin, like it was in Death of Superman. Put that on there, just like have a brief flash of it, just to set up so that people would know that it's coming, like, and then they can say that that's Superman for either Justice League Part 1 or for a later movie made for Man of Steel 3, the Man of